Top 20 Engineer Interview Answers and Question. Unlock your engineering career potential with the top 20 most common interview questions and expert-crafted answers designed to help you impress hiring managers, showcase your skills, and land your dream engineering job. 1. Can you tell me about your engineering background and experience? I hold a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from XYZ University and have over 5 years of experience in product design and development. My career started as a junior engineer at ABC Corp, where I worked on CAD modeling and prototyping. Over time, I progressed to managing small projects, collaborating closely with cross-functional teams including manufacturing and quality assurance. My expertise spans design optimization, material selection, and process improvement. I've contributed to several successful product launches by applying engineering principles to solve real-world problems. Additionally, I have hands-on experience with FEA simulations and have been involved in testing and validation to ensure compliance with industry standards. This blend of technical skills and practical experience has prepared me well to take on complex engineering challenges and drive projects to successful completion. 2. What engineering software and tools are you proficient in? I am proficient in several key engineering software and tools that support design, analysis, and project management. For design and modeling, I extensively use SolidWorks and AutoCAD, which allow me to create detailed 3D models and 2D drawings efficiently. For simulation and analysis, I have experience with ANSYS and MATLAB, enabling me to perform finite element analysis, thermal simulations, and data modeling. I am also skilled in using project management tools such as Microsoft Project and Jira to track project timelines and collaborate with team members. For version control and documentation, I use tools like Git and Confluence. Additionally, I am comfortable working with PLC programming and circuit simulation software for electrical engineering tasks. This software proficiency helps me translate complex engineering concepts into practical solutions and ensures accuracy and efficiency throughout the design and development process. 3. Describe a challenging engineering project you worked on. How did you overcome the challenges? One particularly challenging project involved redesigning a key component in a consumer appliance to reduce manufacturing costs without compromising durability. The initial prototype failed multiple stress tests, indicating material weaknesses. To overcome this, I led a cross-functional team to analyze failure modes using FEA simulations and physical testing. We identified stress concentration points and redesigned the geometry to distribute loads more evenly. Throughout the project, communication was critical. We held weekly review meetings to align on progress and adjust the design iteratively. By adopting a systematic problem-solving approach and leveraging both simulation and real-world testing, we successfully delivered a redesigned component that reduced costs by 15% and passed all durability tests. This experience strengthened my skills in teamwork, analytical thinking, and balancing performance with budget constraints. 4. How do you approach problem-solving in engineering tasks? My approach to problem-solving begins with clearly defining the problem and gathering all relevant data. I analyze the root cause by breaking the issue down into smaller, manageable parts. Using tools like cause and effect diagrams or failure mode and effects analysis, FMEA, I systematically identify potential causes. I then brainstorm possible solutions, evaluating each option based on feasibility, cost, and impact. Prototyping or simulation tools help me test solutions before implementation. I also value collaboration, seeking input from colleagues with diverse expertise to gain fresh perspectives. Throughout the process, I maintain clear documentation to track assumptions, decisions, and outcomes. After implementing the solution, I monitor results to ensure the problem is resolved and look for opportunities to prevent recurrence. This structured and collaborative method ensures thoroughness, minimizes risks, and leads to sustainable engineering solutions. 5. Explain a time when you had to work under pressure to meet a deadline. In a previous role, I was tasked with delivering a prototype for a client demonstration within an extremely tight time frame after an unexpected project acceleration. The original schedule was halved, creating significant pressure on design, procurement, and assembly phases. To meet the deadline, I immediately prioritized critical path tasks and delegated responsibilities clearly within the team. We implemented daily stand-up meetings to track progress and swiftly address any blockers. I also negotiated with suppliers for expedited shipping and arranged for parallel work streams where possible. Despite the pressure, I ensured the team maintained quality by incorporating quick yet effective reviews and tests. Ultimately, we delivered a functional prototype on time, impressing the client and securing further project funding. This experience reinforced my ability to manage stress, prioritize effectively, and lead a team to success under challenging conditions. 6. How do you ensure quality and safety in your engineering projects? Quality and safety are foundational to every engineering project I undertake. I begin by adhering strictly to relevant industry standards and regulatory requirements from the project's inception. I incorporate robust design reviews and risk assessments, such as hazard analysis and FMEA, early in the development process to identify potential safety issues. I also promote a culture of quality by involving cross-disciplinary teams in peer reviews and testing phases to catch defects early. For manufacturing, I collaborate with quality assurance teams to define clear inspection criteria and implement statistical process controls. Safety testing, including stress and fatigue tests, is critical before final approval. Additionally, I document all procedures and ensure traceability to facilitate accountability and continuous improvement. By integrating quality and safety into every step, I help deliver reliable products that protect end users and comply with legal and ethical standards. 7. What steps do you take to stay updated with new engineering technologies and trends? To stay current with engineering advancements, I adopt a multifaceted approach. I regularly read industry journals such as IEEE Spectrum, ASME publications, and technical blogs relevant to my field. I attend webinars, conferences, and workshops that provide exposure to emerging technologies and practical case studies. Online courses and certifications help me deepen specific skills, like new CAD features or simulation tools. I am active in professional networks and engineering forums where peers share insights and experiences. Additionally, I follow leading companies and thought leaders on social media platforms for real-time updates. In my workplace, I encourage knowledge sharing by organizing lunch and learn sessions and discussion groups. Staying informed enables me to apply cutting-edge solutions, improve efficiency, and anticipate future challenges in my projects. 8. How do you handle conflicts or disagreements within a project team? When conflicts arise in a project team, I address them with a calm, objective, and solution-focused mindset. First, I listen carefully to all parties to understand their perspectives and the root cause of the disagreement. I promote open and respectful communication, encouraging team members to express concerns without judgment. If needed, I facilitate mediation sessions to find common ground and clarify goals and responsibilities. I emphasize the shared project objectives and the importance of collaboration for success. When conflicts are technical, I rely on data, testing, and facts to guide decisions rather than opinions. If interpersonal issues persist, I involve management or HR to provide support. By fostering trust and transparency, I help the team move past conflicts quickly and maintain productivity and morale. 9. Describe your experience with project management and leading engineering teams. I have led engineering teams on multiple projects, ranging from small design tasks to complex product development with cross-functional stakeholders. My project management approach focuses on clear goal setting, resource allocation, and timeline management using tools like Microsoft Project and Agile methodologies. I break projects into phases with defined deliverables and conduct regular progress reviews to ensure milestones are met. I prioritize transparent communication within the team and with clients, facilitating collaboration and addressing risks proactively. Leading teams, I strive to empower engineers by assigning tasks aligned with their strengths and providing mentorship. I encourage innovation while maintaining alignment with project constraints like budget and schedule. This experience has honed my leadership skills, enabling me to motivate teams, resolve issues efficiently, and deliver successful outcomes consistently. 10. Can you explain a complex technical concept to a non-technical person? Certainly. For example, when explaining finite element analysis, FEA, to a non-technical stakeholder, I compare it to how a bridge is tested for strength. I say, imagine dividing a big bridge into many small pieces like a puzzle, and then calculating how each piece reacts to weight or pressure. By doing this, we can predict if any part might break or bend before building the actual bridge. Using simple analogies and avoiding jargon helps make complex concepts accessible. I also use visuals or demonstrations when possible, such as simplified diagrams or models. My goal is to ensure the listener understands the importance and implications of the technical work without feeling overwhelmed, enabling better decision-making and trust. 11. How do you prioritize multiple engineering tasks with tight deadlines? When faced with multiple tasks and tight deadlines, I prioritize based on urgency, impact, and dependencies. I start by listing all tasks and estimating their time requirements and criticality. Tasks that directly affect project milestones or are prerequisites for others get top priority. I also consider resource availability and potential bottlenecks. Using tools like the Eisenhower Matrix or project management software, I organize work in manageable chunks and set realistic daily goals. I communicate priorities clearly with my team to ensure alignment and avoid duplicated efforts. If necessary, I negotiate deadlines or seek additional support to maintain quality without burnout. Flexibility is key. I continuously review progress and adjust priorities as project dynamics change. This structured approach ensures critical tasks are completed first, minimizing risks of delays. 12. Have you ever had to troubleshoot a major engineering failure? What was your approach? Yes, I once faced a major failure when a prototype repeatedly malfunctioned during thermal testing. My approach was systematic. First, I gathered all test data and incident reports to identify patterns. I collaborated with the design and testing teams to replicate the failure consistently and isolate variables. We reviewed material specifications, assembly processes, and environmental conditions. Using root cause analysis tools like the 5 Whys, we discovered a heat dissipation issue due to inadequate ventilation in the design. I proposed design modifications to improve airflow and recommended additional thermal simulation before the next test cycle. After implementing changes, the prototype passed all tests successfully. This experience taught me the value of methodical investigation, cross-team collaboration, and iterative testing in resolving complex engineering failures effectively. 13. What engineering standards or regulations are you familiar with? I am familiar with a variety of engineering standards and regulations relevant to product design and manufacturing. For mechanical engineering, I adhere to ISO 9001 quality management standards and ASME codes for pressure vessels and mechanical components. I also have experience ensuring compliance with ASTM material standards and our OHS directives for environmental safety. In projects involving electrical systems, I follow IEC standards and OSHA safety regulations. I keep updated on industry-specific requirements such as FDA regulations when working on medical devices. Compliance with these standards ensures product safety, reliability, and legal adherence. I also document all design and testing procedures to demonstrate compliance during audits. Understanding and applying standards is critical to minimizing risks and maintaining customer trust. 14. How do you document your work and communicate progress to stakeholders? I maintain thorough documentation throughout the engineering process, including design notes, calculations, test results, and change logs. I use version control systems like Git to track revisions and ensure traceability. For communicating progress, I prepare regular status reports that summarize completed milestones, upcoming tasks, risks, and resource needs. I tailor communication to the audience, technical details for engineering teams and high-level summaries for management or clients. I use visual aids like charts and dashboards to make complex data easier to understand. I also hold scheduled meetings and update sessions to discuss project status and gather feedback. Clear documentation and transparent communication foster alignment, reduce misunderstandings, and support timely decision-making. 15. Describe a time when you implemented a cost-saving measure in a project. During a product redesign project, I identified that using a custom-machined part significantly increased costs. After analyzing the design, I proposed substituting it with a standardized off-the-shelf component that met the performance requirements. This change reduced both manufacturing costs and lead time. Additionally, I worked with suppliers to negotiate bulk purchase discounts and optimized material usage by redesigning components for easier fabrication. These combined measures led to an overall 20% reduction in project costs without compromising quality or functionality. I documented the cost-benefit analysis and presented it to stakeholders to gain approval. This experience reinforced the importance of creative thinking, supplier collaboration, and careful cost analysis in engineering projects. 16. What experience do you have with testing and validation of engineering designs? I have extensive experience designing and executing testing protocols to validate engineering designs against specifications and standards. This includes creating test plans, defining acceptance criteria, and selecting appropriate testing methods such as mechanical stress tests, thermal cycling, and vibration analysis. I have worked closely with quality assurance teams to conduct both in-house and third-party testing. Data collected from tests are analyzed to identify discrepancies, and I use this feedback to refine designs iteratively. Additionally, I document all testing procedures and results to ensure traceability and compliance with regulatory requirements. Validation is a critical phase to ensure that designs not only meet functional requirements but are also reliable and safe for end users. 17. How do you balance innovation with practicality in your engineering solutions? Balancing innovation with practicality requires a clear understanding of project constraints such as budget, schedule, manufacturability, and regulatory compliance. While I encourage creative thinking and exploring new technologies, I assess the risks and benefits carefully before implementation. I evaluate whether innovative solutions provide measurable improvements or cost savings, and if they can be integrated without disrupting existing processes. I also prototype and test novel ideas early to validate feasibility. If an innovation introduces excessive complexity or uncertainty, I look for simpler alternatives that achieve similar results. Collaboration with stakeholders ensures alignment on acceptable trade-offs. This approach ensures the final solution is both forward-thinking and realistically deliverable. 18. Have you ever worked on a cross-functional team? How did you collaborate effectively? Yes, I have frequently worked on cross-functional teams involving design engineers, manufacturing, quality assurance, marketing, and supply chain departments. Effective collaboration began with establishing clear communication channels and shared goals. I ensured that each team member understood their role and the project's objectives. I organized regular meetings to share updates, solicit feedback, and address concerns promptly. Respecting diverse expertise, I encouraged open dialogue and active listening to incorporate different perspectives. When conflicts arose, I facilitated constructive discussions focusing on project outcomes. Using project management tools helped keep everyone aligned on timelines and deliverables. This inclusive and transparent approach fostered trust, reduced misunderstandings, and enhanced overall project success. 19. What motivates you as an engineer? I am motivated by the challenge of solving complex problems and the opportunity to create tangible improvements in everyday life. Engineering allows me to apply creativity and analytical skills to design solutions that make products more efficient, reliable, or user-friendly. I enjoy continuous learning, whether mastering new technologies or improving existing processes. Seeing a project through from concept to completion and knowing my work positively impacts users or society drives my passion. Collaboration with talented colleagues and the chance to innovate keeps me engaged. Ultimately, the dynamic and impactful nature of engineering motivates me to contribute meaningfully and grow professionally. 20. Where do you see your engineering career progressing in the next 5 years? In the next 5 years, I aim to deepen my technical expertise while expanding my leadership capabilities. I plan to pursue advanced certifications in project management and specialized engineering fields relevant to my industry. My goal is to take on larger, more complex projects that require cross-functional coordination and strategic planning. I also hope to mentor junior engineers and contribute to fostering innovation within my organization. Ultimately, I aspire to a leadership role such as engineering manager or technical lead, where I can influence product direction and team development. Continuous learning and adapting to emerging technologies will remain central to my career growth. Thank you for exploring these top 20 engineering interview questions and answers. Use these insights to confidently prepare, demonstrate your expertise, and take the next step toward a successful engineering career. Best of luck with your interviews.